I'm here with Scott from Riot Pinball in front of his Legends of Valhalla cabinet, which is being debuted with a freshly cut whitewood and VP cabs. I didn't catch your name.
I'm Brad with VP cabs.
All right. And
this guy's awesome.
So this guy.
So you did the cab work, did the vinyl overlay and everything, and this is the first time you're actually seeing this in person?
Absolutely.
We just finished it a couple days ago, actually. So we've been working on it kind of in the background for a few months together with ideas. We have another buddy, his name's Greg Butcher, and he does all the CAD designs and drawings and helps us. He'll give Greg some ideas or some actual CAD stuff too, and then Greg will take it and he'll throw it into our G code for the CNC machine, because we have a big in-house CNC machine that does all the cutting and everything for the project. So.
Is this cabinet based on your VP Cabs cab, or is it one specifically for Riot Pinball?
I'll let him answer that one. It's not a VP Cabs cabinet. It's specific.
Yeah, I just created a cab design I wanted to fit in for my game, and like Brad said, we sent the files off to Greg Butcher, who did a fantastic job for us, and they made the cabinet.
A lot of the homebrew guys are always looking for cabinets and they home build. Is this something that you might also offer as a blank cabinet or a black painted cabinet for homebrew?
Yeah, I mean, we get people that call us for that stuff a lot, you know, if you twist my arm, I'm not opposed to it. You know, and we may or may not later on this year be introducing a line of cabinets for people to do things like that with. We've been kicking it around.
This is really awesome to see for the first time. I haven't actually got too much of a chance, and I haven't first time meeting Scott in person because we've been talking a lot online. So Scott, is the Playfield that you have in here, this is your CNC design, but is it kind of your current one that you're going to build out after this, or is this just for show?
Yeah, the plan is I'm going to clean this up, put real jeweled inserts in, sand them down. Hopefully I'm going to be able to apply an overlay, do a clear coat, and then start building the transfer from my first whitewood that didn't have the inserts onto this one.
Very awesome. So you're now getting to the stage of the first whitewood with inserts, and then you can start transfer all your electronics, and then you can make it look like a complete mess with LED boards and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's right. You know, I learned a lot from Wrath of Olympus, and for Legends of Valhalla, I wanted to take it a few more steps at a time. So one of the awesome things that Brad helped me out with, again, was the first whitewood didn't have these inserts, which got me faster to knowing how the game actually flips. So once we got through that step, then the next one was to actually see what this looks like with working lights and have a little bit of logic behind where we're trying to shoot. So again, trying to find a low-cost, cheap way to drive development without having to go right into, you know, expensive, fully produced pinball playfields.
I'm pretty cheap for that, apparently.
So, Brad, you did the CNCing of the Playfield then?
That's correct, yeah. You know, obviously being in the virtual pinball business, doing playfields isn't something that we're accustomed to doing. And it's probably not something that we would ever do as a profession because there's too many people that really have it honed in. But it's really hard to get one of those manufacturers to prototype or you know, do a machine, do one for us or for somebody. So my new machine has like a 10-head tool changer, and it'll literally grab like the special ball tool that does the, you know, does the shooter lane, and then it'll put that back and it'll grab an 1/8 inch bit, a 1/4 inch bit, a beveling bit, whatever bit it needs, so it can do a playfield in one run. This playfield actually has stuff on the backside too, so not only that, but we have to flip it over, re-zero it, and then have it cut stuff for like the magnet and stuff on the backside. So it was a fun project, I enjoyed it, but this playfield took like an hour and a half to cut, and I can cut like 6 pinball machines in that time. So it was an interesting thing to watch how long it took, and it actually made me not really want to get into playfield manufacturing. We literally cut this like an hour before we were getting in the truck. Like we were in a hurry. So like we'll change the bit and change the speed for, you know, when we're ready to cut another one. There's always going to be little adjustments here and there, but it was fun, and I think we'll be able to hone it to where we can help Scott or anybody that wants to maybe do a one-off if they want to pay for it. Our machine should be able to cut, you know, stuff like that. It's a really cool, very expensive machine. So it was a fun project to do because I love pinball, and up until now we only really cut cabinets for our virtual machines. So yeah, I enjoy it. When he called me and said, "Hey, let's do this," I was like, "Heck yeah, it'll be fun." So it was a lot of fun.
Last big question, I bet everyone's wondering, kind of what's your time frame to be in your next whitewood from here? I mean, get your jewels in and everything.
My hope is that I can utilize this actual playfield here and get it to a point where I've got a finished playfield with artwork, everything for Expo in October. So I really want to have a working game that's kind of representative of my final vision, hopefully by that October time frame.
And you want to have art on it by that time, or just like whitewood?
No, I definitely want it to be fully finished. I really want to have a playfield decal over the top, clear coated, get that puppy smooth. I want to have plastics that are direct printed, ready on the game, and I want it to look just like a fully finished pinball machine should by October. So the thing that's slowing me down right now is just getting the artwork done. As Brad was saying, I literally pulled an all-nighter Sunday and Monday to get the cab artwork done in time so that he could scramble to get that finished before he got out here, and it just happened to work.
The artwork was still wet when we were loading it on the truck, man. I'm telling you, it was. It wasn't, but it felt like it. We printed it, laminated it. We're about 6 hours away, and this cabinet actually we cut, built, sanded, stained, printed, laminated, all within like just a few hours time, because we were just down to the wire on getting it here. But we really wanted to bring it. This is a cool show, and he lives close by, and we rarely get a chance to get together and put our heads together on what we want the finished product to look like. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to help him get this thing ready, because we're also going to be at Expo, of course. So we're there every year, so it'll be really cool to see this thing playing and flipping, and have artwork on it, and share the vision. Because if it's anything remotely like Wooly, I think people are going to really like it.
Well, thank you for your time. Any other last minute thing you want to say to people that are going to be watching this?
I'm good.
I can't thank Brad enough. I can't thank Brad Butcher enough, and little things too. And I've said it in some other podcasts, but Terry from Pinball Life. When I did Wooly way back in the day, it was impossible to find pinball parts, and they were expensive. Even things like drop targets were like $150 for a drop target. But he's really done a good job in providing the homebrew community parts at a reasonable price, so that people like us can actually build some games at an affordable price. And for the people that aren't in this and weren't in it 5 years ago, you just never have a clue that finding a spinner could be a challenge for completing your game. But it's really changed the whole scene for us, and I'm really excited about what the future is for people that are doing homebrew, that there might be a possibility for some smaller production runs because of it.
Yeah, you got to give a little credit to Charlie at Spooky too, because he's one of the reasons that these parts have become available through Pinball Life, because he needed stuff. It wasn't out there, and he went to Terry and said, "Hey Terry, I'm going to make a lot of machines. Can you help me engineer this?" And then with Scott Denisi, who does a lot of the engineering and stuff, those guys, man, they're rock stars for the like homebrew builders for sure. They kind of pioneered the way.
Absolutely. So if you're interested in this game, keep following my thread on Pinside, and I'll be posting pictures too to my Facebook Riot Pinball account. So
thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.